Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, and we are about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. And in doing this puja, we are connecting with those light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and into our world. We're also awakening our own inner realizations that these planets and stars are also all within us as well. We're starting to expand our consciousness and have a greater sense of unity with the entire universe. The chart of now, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. If you're unfamiliar with that, there is a link below this video in the show more area. That is a link to a tutorial video about the South Indian style layout. Each of the little 12 boxes that you see is representing a particular zodiac sign. And as I do the puja, I'm going to be using a little bit of water. I'm going to be using a lit tea light, an incense stick, an apple, a bell, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. Flower petals and flowers are wonderful because they contain so much purity that when we hold a flower petal or a flower, when we're saying a prayer or a mantra, it has such purity, it can take that prayer or mantra right into the realm of the Akash or the causal plane and update our Akashic record directly. So we're very grateful to all the little flower petals that help us with this puja. To start the puja, I take the container of water, dip my ring finger of my right hand in it a few times, and I'm sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart that I have on a little side table. I've drawn the chart of now in chalk on the blackboard, and I'm going to use this little blackboard as the puja area. I'm going to put a little bit of water on top of myself, and I'm sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, we're all symbolically purified for the puja. Now I'm going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles, and also an archetype who's a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles for this puja. And I ask him to remove obstacles for all the participants in the puja, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you now and always. Next, I do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with the planet that rules the day. Today is Wednesday, which is ruled by Mercury. I'm going to put the flower petals on top of Mercury on the little blackboard chart. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada. This happens to be Dr. Pillai's birth star, so this makes it an easier day to connect inwardly with Dr. Pillai. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Next, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment in my area, we are in the 7th waxing moon, called Saptami in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Om Saptami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that's the moon. Again, I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we're going to work with the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Vyatipata, which has energies of adversity. Vyatipata, Vyatipata, Vyatipata. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, Taitula, Taitula. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said for this form of puja, we would always start with whatever sign is the ascendant, shown here with the letters AC. This is the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is the sign of Dhanus, or Sagittarius. He said we would start with the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture for its importance at the moment. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. I'm going to put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now, starting with in the ascendant, we're going to honor the various planets, the stars they're in, the archetypes that rule those stars, and the planets that rule those stars, and the planets that rule the various signs that the different planets are in. We start right now with honoring the sun for being in Sagittarius. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Mula. This is a star symbolized by tied up roots. It's a star that likes to get to the root of the matter, have things fixed up with a good foundation. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Mula star is ruled by Niriti, a smoky goddess who can bring transformational change. We ask her blessings. Om Niritye Namaha. Om Niritye Namaha. Om Niritye Namaha. Mula star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Sagittarius. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus, it is in a star called Uttara Ashada. This is a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most idealistic and noble-minded of all the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem, and Venus, planet of happiness, diplomacy, planet that brings enjoyment of material plane comforts and beauty. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn. Mercury and Pluto are in the same star, so I'm going to invoke both of the planets before I invoke this star. We start with honoring Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Next, we honor Pluto for being in Capricorn. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Both Mercury and Pluto are in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals on Mercury and Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta. This is a star that can give blessings for money, for material prosperity, music, and good reputation. We ask this star to bless us, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Mercury, planet of communication and planet of business, Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that helps with patience, structure, organization, and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains the moon and Neptune. Both the moon and Neptune are in the same star, so we will honor both the planets before we invoke the star. I start with the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Next, we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. The moon and Neptune are both in a star called Purva Bhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for work, for charity, and for purification. I put the flower petals across moon and Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Neptune, planet that helps with our intuition and with helping us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. This is a star Dr. Pillai says can help us with business development. We ask for blessings for business development from this star. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Ayurbundya, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to guard our treasures and valuables, including our treasure that is the earth itself. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental and metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, a planet that has optimistic energies, even joviality. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. Both of these planets are in the same star, so we will honor both the planets before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. He's retrograde and extra powerful. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Now we honor the star that Rahu and Uranus are in. It's a star called Bharani. This is a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. We ask for feminine energies to be respected and loved on this planet. We all contain feminine energy, both men and women. We ask for feminine energies to become engaged and to become allowed to express themselves to the fullest. The feminine side of the being is the side that is receptive to light. Enlightenment comes to us through the feminine side of the being. We ask this star to help activate receptivity to light in all of us. Om Barnihe Namaha. Om Barnihe Namaha. Om Barnihe Namaha. The masculine side is the side that helps us to retain the light, but we have to first access the light, and through that, we need help from the feminine side. Barney's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Barney's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign that is very active with energy, today containing Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars, who is retrograde. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini. This is a star of prosperity, beauty, and creativity. This is a star that helps with manifesting things on the physical plane. We ask for blessings from this star. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Taurus is ruled by Venus. We put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and a great love of luxury and comforts, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems, and a planet that has both the energies of a warrior and a healer. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. We ask Mars to help with the healing of all of the people here, to help with healing on our planet. And we thank him for his help with this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star that can give divine blessings. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, an archetype who rules the wind and the air element. And also Vayu is the father of Hanuman. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. We put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and has the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart in a clockwise direction 3 times, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a lit incense stick to offer the element of air, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I ring a bell to offer the element of sound around the chart. And today I take an apple and I circle that above the chart 3 times, offering a fruit to represent the earth element. Later in the day, I'll have the apple as part of my meal. It will be a blessed piece of food, a prasad. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute And then if you post questions in the chat, I will do my best to answer them in the Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all very much for joining us. If you have questions, you can post them in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them. Yesterday, I got an exciting package that came in the mail. I had a birthday earlier this month, and AstroVed did a 9-planet Homa for me on my birthday. And I went ahead and ordered the 9-planet statues, the very small ones. They're only like 2 inches tall, so that they could like travel with me. And they energized them in that particular Homa on my birthday. And they came in the mail yesterday, and they came in a beautiful box, and each of them has a little special space to be in that box. So it'll make it wonderful. If I have to travel, I'll be able to carry them with me in my packages. So I just was excited for that. I'm going to get some milk and do a milk bath on all of them later today. But that was a happy thing that happened. So just wanted to share that. Okay, I'm seeing some things in the chat. Everardo is asking for prayers for him to get over the flu. I know many people are having challenges with flu this season. We ask that Eduardo receive healing blessings. We hold him in the light. Ranak is saying, can you share planetary impact for 2023 whenever you get the time? Let me think about that, and maybe I can talk about that on another day. Dancing with Shiva, can you tell more about this merging? There are times when Dr. Pillai, for example, in his body as incarnation as Manikavaskar, was in front of the dancing Shiva statue at Chidambaram temple. They have the big Nataraj statue there. And he dissolved into light. He was merged into light with that statue. So there's Shiva at times can just draw people into light. Dr. Pillai has transformed into light in many different incarnations and through different technologies, different ways of doing it. But dancing with Shiva, there's a joy to Shiva's dance. There's a bliss to when Shiva is dancing. And the Nataraj is the kind of the dancing form of Shiva. That's a little bit about the dancing Shiva. Evelyn is saying, show them to us tomorrow, those statues. Let me think about this, Evelyn, because the presentation that I'm doing right now is all through the video. And to show you, then I would have to come onto camera. And I have to think about if I can do that in my space here. I had thought about, would I be able to do the blackboard and have the planets, in their space in the blackboard? Let me think about this, how I can work with that and how I can present them to you. Van is saying the hymn of Nataraj shocked me a little. That's perhaps a good thing sometimes, to be shocked a little, to be startled a little. I don't know what shocked you about it, but sometimes it can be good for us to be shaken out of our view of how things are. M is saying Mercury enters today into Capricorn. Yes, we honored him in Capricorn. Tomorrow he goes retrograde, and Friday he goes back into Sagittarius. So he's bouncing around a bit. How does this influence his power? His power, when he's retrograde, he does become a bit stronger, but the fact that he's made a transition into Capricorn, which again, it's a sign that can activate some ancient past life skills and abilities. Today I have to do something with a written report for someone for astrology, and I'm hoping that it will maybe pull up some deeper threads in me for doing this writing. And then he goes retrograde and back into Sagittarius, which is a very idealistic, noble-minded planet. And maybe Mercury will be helping us to speak more noble in our conversations or in our writings, to help us go to a higher level with our words and communication. Those are little thoughts that come to mind spontaneously in responding to that question. Okay, good questions today. I'll have to go look at what is the hymn of Nataraj that shocked Van, as I really don't know what that hymn is or what is in it that would have shocked her. So I'll have to check that out as well. All right. If you want to write me about that, Van, you can email me at valli@pillaicenter.com if you would like. Okay. I'm going to go ahead right now and close out the communication. Is it a blessing from Mercury? I think that all of them are blessing us. If you're coming to Planetary Pooja so regularly, I'd like you to start thinking that all the planets are good to you now, that they are all giving you blessings. I'd like you to think about that. The dancing, all in heaven were dancing. Oh yes, I think there's a lot of dancing in heaven. When I visualize going to heaven, I do see parties and I do see dancing happening for sure. I definitely see that. Katie is saying she recently saw the dancing Shiva ring of fire burning away all negativity, and inside the ring there was dancing to create a new world. I like that, Katie. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's very much the energy of the dancing Shiva. Beautiful, very beautiful. You're having some beautiful visions and experiences, Katie. Thank you so much for sharing them with us. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out for today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.